Hello, friends. It's day 20 of the 30-day series of Celebrating You, where we share um, our prouder moments, our moments of achievement or accomplishment, moments where our lights shined a little bit brighter. These videos are meant as a placeholder for us to document, for us to share with each other a little bit of ourselves and share it to the universe. These messages or these videos are really a celebration of ourselves and a way for us to lift our spirits, lift our energy or our vibration, and doing it together, um, we'll all be that much better for it. You know, our community is a good one that's compassionate and caring, and the more love we share from ourselves and with each other, everybody will be so much better for it. And hopefully these videos will find somebody who's looking for a community of like-minded people that care about spirit, care about caring, um, care about helping each other um, grow in the best ways possible. So, without any further ado, day 20. My entry for day 20 is playing sports. Um, I'll just say playing sports in general for myself. Um, it's interesting because this series has made me really look back and reflect on things. And so I've noticed a progression with these videos where, it starts off picking out singular moments, right? And then uh, redefining to myself or for myself what is pride and what is proud and accomplishments. And really, it for me, it feels like it's whenever I do something or apply myself to something, it's moments that I get that warm feeling in the middle of my chest or my heart space, and where you get that warm feeling and then it starts to radiate and you can feel it like push out. And so um it might be interesting. The topic or my topic of playing sports is kind of broad and in general, and maybe technically there's like not a correlation to the word pride or proud or anything like that. But I think uh like in my definition, it's just about finding those moments where the heart space glows and then it pushes out. I think that's like the definition of love, the definition of pride, the definition of proud. It almost feels like it shares the same frequency, but we put different labels on things, on it, rather, because what we're really doing is reliving that energy, or I guess reaching back for those moments where our energy felt that way, where we had that warmness in our chest and it pushed out. Um, yeah, so the reason why I chose playing sports um, was because I found it interesting in reflecting on how I was playing sports. And it didn't matter really what sport I was playing or what I was doing. I was never really, I always felt, um, almost always felt that I was never in a competition with somebody else. I was never trying to win. I was in a competition with myself, and it was always about not giving up, or can I let go enough to be in peace while I'm doing something. And so, like, I remember when I used to wrestle in high school, my coach used to always get frustrated with me because he always thought I looked scared. And I knew I wasn't scared for the most part. There was a couple of matches where I was scared because I thought I don't know why I always go to death, but I thought I was gonna get killed because the guy was so much bigger than me, even though we were at the same weight class. Um, but yeah, he was of the mindset that you have to like psych yourself out and be crazy and be super intense. And for me, it was almost like meditation. So I would go out there and, or before I even stepped on the mat, I would just clear my head, clear my mind. And, back then I didn't really know about meditation and all that, but really that's what I was doing. I was just clearing my mind and um, clearing my energy so that I went out there blank. And when I wrestled, I just allowed things to come. So, like, if I grab somebody and I'm, feeling his energy or his motion, then I would know, like, okay, when I when I rock him one way, then I could take him the other way. I could like sweep his leg or, you know, do a fireman's carry or something like that. But it was always of the mindset of being empty, and then um, the information of what to do would come. Another, for instance, is like when I bowl. When I used to go bowling, uh, I used to have the same mindset, just clear my mind and be empty and in the moment. And what's interesting is, a lot of people, a lot of professionals talk about being in the zone and, where you can't do no wrong. Where, like, if you're playing basketball, the hoop is like 30 feet wide and anything you throw up goes in. Well, for me, it was like that in bowling, where if I could just let go of everything and be in harmony or be empty while I'm in that space of bowling, then every time I threw the ball, I didn't feel nothing. And the ball was the extension of myself, or I would get in the zone. And so, in reflecting on the topic, it was like it was sports for me was a way to connect with myself. Um, it was a way for me to kind of learn how to empty myself and maybe like how Annie says, be a hollow bone. Or, for me, what works for me is I get to an empty room or an empty space, a space that's void of anything, and then I'm just there in the moment. Um, so it's interesting looking back, like that's what sports gave to me was the opportunity to practice um, being still and being one and being in peace while doing something. And so today for me, I don't do any sports, but it's like meditation when you hit that point um, where everything is still or calm. There's no like thoughts running through your head. Um, you're just in the space of, I don't know. It's very interesting, but I think, looking back in my reflections, that's what sports gave me. And I've been practicing, like not knowingly, I've been practicing that most of my life. And so I am thankful, grateful, proud of myself for being self-taught, learning how to get to that space and how to get there through sports. For other people, it might be different. Like for Annie, clearly it's her poetry and her paintings. And for some, it might be like cooking or gardening or just walking meditations, or, you know, maybe you don't put the label of meditation on it, but it's just, you know, doing something and allowing it to take you to a place of stillness, um, of peace, where it's like almost out of body and you're in the moment, but you're not like really doing anything. It's very interesting. But yeah, I'm very thankful for um I don't even know if like I chose that for myself, but knowing that that was the permission slip that I gave to myself for having this practice. And after all these years, it brought me to the point where I am today. So that's my entry for day 20 in our 30-day series of celebrating you. Please like, share, and subscribe. All the YouTubey things. Let's see if we can extend our reach. And in closing, just remember, in order to eat the fruit from the tree, sometimes you have to go out on a limb. So embrace your fears because it's a good thing. See you guys tomorrow.